Okay, I want to show you how I think the people of America need to be alerted to this rampant Enron scam that's going on, and it's not just Enron. What happened in Enron was um, is now become the norm because they burned down the World Trade Center buildings. That's where the Enron investigation was being held, and now it's conveniently wiped off the map. But anyway, I want to show you a sleight of hand. In June, they say that we have an estimated, here's the estimated consumption of 65358 is the meter reading. However, I told them that was wrong. That's an estimated. So if you look down, you can see that they say that our June consumption was 2,379 kilowatts at this rate here. In July, they sent us 3 bills in July. So the first bill was this one here, July 2nd. In July 2nd, the meter reading is 63967. It's also estimated. Well, that's wrong. The actual was much lower because we started solar. And so when we go down, we see their next bill that they sent us for the same month, which was actual, is 63862. 63862 is a bit of a difference from 63967. They sent us a third bill here, and this one says our estimate was 63442. So we can just toss that one out for a second. But I'm going to leave it there because I want to show you that they're playing sleight of hand. So here's how it's working. When you take the overage, for instance, in July, I was supposed to have a credit, according to this first bill that came in, I was supposed to have a credit of $105.16. And it was at a 0.062257 rate, which has been normal for the last 2.5 years. So if I go back any month you choose, it'll always be between 0.05 and 0.06. Then a week later, after July 2nd, on July 9th, we had this bill come in. This bill here says that we used 463 kilowatt hours at 0.062268. And we were supposed to have a credit of $152.12. Then they sent, on the same day, July 9th, we received 2 bills. And this one says we have only a credit of $38.92. Well, how did they do this magic trick? Well, see, the way they're doing it is they're estimating high, at the lower rate, 0.062240. And then when they do the actual and find out that it's less than the previous month, they do a higher rate. See the higher rate? Now this is 3 different rates for the same month. So here in July 9th, they say that the 0.07665, that's what it costs to make electricity. By the way, that has never been the rate ever. Suddenly that number jumped out of the woodwork. So I'm going to minimize June here, which was also at 0.0622. So here we have 3 July bills. Now, was the price per chickens 0.062257? Or was it 0.062268? Or was it 0.07650? One says I have a credit of $105. One says I have a credit of $152. One says I have a credit of only $38. When we look at the consumed kilowatt hours of July 2nd, they say I used 988 kilowatt hours, which is wrong, but it's an estimated, so it's supposed to be wrong. The next one is also estimated. It says I used only 463 kilowatt hours, which is still wrong, but anyway. Now going on to actual. Finally, the third bill of the same month, we only used 420 kilowatt hours. That 420 kilowatt hours should be the rate that we received on July 2nd, which is the correct rate. Why is that the correct rate? Well, if you look back on your bill, on our bills, we never have anything other than 0.05 and 0.06 charge rates. Suddenly, we have a 0.07. Never in history have we had that, but it just happens to have occurred on this particular date. Now, when you look at the meter readings, 63967 is estimated. 63442 is estimated. How did they estimate these in the same month? I mean, where are they getting these estimates from, right? They're just pulling them out of their hair, out of their hat. They're not using past incidences, and I'll show you. So finally I said, you know what, turn off electricity. We don't want it. It's not fair. And so the first bill they sent me in August, we received 3 more bills for the same residence. So in August, here's my shut-off rate, 64182. That's before they pulled the meter off of our building. 64182, that's the shut-off number. But let's see what their reading is. Their estimated reading was at 65861, or 661. They have the meter. There's no more estimate to be made. So that's August 7th. Let's progress on to the other 2 bills we received for August 15th. Now here, they're showing an estimated of $71,935, which, I don't know, how would you estimate this? First of all, if everything is sitting below a certain line, where do you come off getting that number right there to be so high? And then the next one is even higher. The next one is almost off the charts, and that is also an estimate. Where are they getting these estimates from? They're playing a sleight of hand numbers trick, and I'm going to show you something. So here we have that unprecedented 07 coming into play again. See the rate? 07. They said we used 8,073 kilowatt hours somehow. And then here we have that 07 again, but it's not the same as the last 07. This one's 077848. This one's saying, no, our rate for this month is going to be 077852. And I used 1,923 kilowatt hours, which is a big difference between 8,073 kilowatt hours. But look at how close the prices are. They're saying I gotta give them that much money. And then, when you look at the third bill, now it's 0.077849. Now, if the price per gallon, or the price for an apple is $1 for July, or September, or any month, and you just juggle the numbers. Oh, this is a price per apple, and you consumed 1 apple. But let's say I didn't consume an apple, but they're charging me and estimated that I ate 1 apple. But then they're turning around and saying, no, the price for that apple was actually $2, but I didn't eat the apple. Oh, no, but the price per apple was $3, but I still didn't eat the apple. So when we look at this bill here, how are they getting away with it? Well, see these companies? This one's called First Energy Solutions Corporation. In fact, I'll show you on this one. This just started, by the way. We found out on our bills by looking at past bills that, wait a minute, we have never seen this company, First Energy Solutions. Who owns them? And why are they on our bill? And we find out, oh, wait a minute, they're one and the same. So if you want to find the ownership of Ohio Edison, that's where it sends us our bill, you'll find that, wow, they're one and the same owner. But when you talk to these people on the phone, the employees, they're kept myopic. They're doing the jobs the best they can in their department, but they don't realize they're part of a bigger scheme, actually complicit in crimes against the American people. So so finally I just said, you know what, enough's enough, and I turned off the electric bill, and I caught them off guard. See, had I not turned off the electric bill, I wouldn't have a leg to stand on. It would have been a big, hard thing to prove. They didn't expect it, and I'm glad that, you know what, God told me to do that, and He will make a way. And sure enough, I already know what way He's going to make, because I can't tell you, but I got a way to make electricity without having to pay for it. I mean, you pay for it once, and that's it. So when I die, the next of kin will get the free electricity, and their next of kin. And that's the way to do it. The Bible didn't say walk with the devil. He said be separate. So, and let thine own cisterns water thee. And He didn't say, live off of someone else's. efforts, whatever. So, anyway, so here we go. Saying no to the monopolies. The bills just don't make sense. This is an Enron type scam. People, look into it. Somebody with better number skills than me will actually see it. Just look at your bill and learn to get those kilowatt meters. Those kilowatt meters, hook them up to your house. See what your actual consumption really is and learn what the heck a kilowatt hour is. See, the average person doesn't know what a kilowatt hour if it's across from them at the dinner table. Look at the rates. All throughout history, it's been a certain number. If it suddenly changed for some reason, well, why did it change? Did you bring up something the previous month and show them that their meter reading was wrong? Or something like that? Or did you stop using their electricity? So anyway, that's the video, and I hope it spurs somebody on that has some money to, oh, profiteer from the profiteers, go against the profiteers. I'm not saying take them to court, because you're basically feeding the same devil. I mean, it's the same. They own our polity through lobbyists, so it's not. Anyway, I better shut up. And so there we have it. Going off grid. No more. I'm a little old, and I've given them too much money all during my lifetime, and I wish I would have been able to live this life over. I would have changed things very much earlier in my life, because what they're doing is completely wrong.